Good morning, folks. Reflecting back on what should have been the Northeast Sports Symposium yesterday. So a little bit disappointed, obviously, put a little bit of effort in that over the last year, but c'est la vie. So again, I was going to be doing a presentation on multiplanar movement assessment. So titled Understanding Triplanar Movement. So essentially how we move left to right, right to left, rotational wise, and then kind of how we kind of overall just move more efficiently and move more. So again, a lot of the strategies, principles behind it would have been, say, we would look at a sport like CrossFit, where there's not much rotational based exercise in it, and then if you are a CrossFitter, I do it as well. It's a case of incorporating some rotational based exercises like your kind of pale off presses, your wood chops, and in addition to doing some of the mobility stretches that you see some people using, being like thoracic rotations and so forth. So there are things from that point of view. Then thinking about your sport itself, so like your rugbies and your soccers, a bit more lateral side to side movements. So that's where your lateral lunge becomes quite important, and you need to treat the actual findings from an assessment. So when they do a lateral lunge, do they feel tight in their groin muscles? Does it feel more uncomfortable on their hip? They should feel their kind of outside butt muscles working. Or is it a case of that they don't look comfortable stepping onto that side or away from that side? So you're looking at them variables. Treat what you find, obviously. Then when it comes down to it, you want to ramp up the levels of it. Looking at, right, can they do it with load? Can they do it at speed? Can they do it with power, so like a stamp? And then you're looking at finally the intent. So when they step onto that side, do they step onto that side and look like they trust it? So more the top 2 inches. Cognitively, do they trust that foot, ankle, limb that they're stepping onto? Because if they're not doing it in clinic, guess what? They don't do it on the pitch or on the court, and that's then going to lead to a whole lot of problems. So again, hopping little drills are a nice little easy way to check A, their physical preparedness, and B, their actual psychological preparedness as well, because it is a bit of a leap of a faith that they have to jump, produce force and absorb force on that same side, and it's a good little test of all them factors in one. Rate of force development is something that's I've started been looking at more recently, and some important exciting stuff, but I'll put a link in the paper below so you can check it out. Again, just doing strength conditioning stuff isn't sufficient anymore. We need to be thinking about the rate of force development. Link in the link in the post. Check it out, and I'll drop some other little pearls working within sport and the general population over the course of the week about triplanar, multi-direction and multiplanar movement assessment and treatment. Have a great day. Later.